Hello, Jace Perry here. In this video, I want to talk about why most KDP sellers don't get to $1,000 a month and what to do about it. I think $1,000 a month is probably the biggest milestone. So I'll show my clients firstly to get their first book sales, then to get like $1,000 in total from their books, then to get $1,000 a month. I think when you make $1,000 in a month from KDP, it just opens your mind to the potential of KDP. You actually feel like now you've got a system to get there that you can repeat. You feel like, hold up, I can actually make life-changing money for this. Okay, so download my free worksheet below and let's get started. Firstly, I want to talk about why most KDP sellers don't get to $1,000 a month. So you think most KDP sellers are here and they want to get to the $1,000 here, but what happens is they end up getting stuck at the bottom here. Some of that's mindset, a lot of it is strategy, and they end up confused by all the information out there. You got KDP publishers telling you to do ebooks, something to do high content novels, no, do low content, do color books, build a brand, to build a website, use ghostwriters, and do ads, don't do ads. There's a lot of confusion. Everyone's after your attention and your money as well. And the worst thing you could do is listen to all of them. The best thing you could do is just pick one that you kind of like their style, you like their plan, and just stick with it. And most KDP sellers are overwhelmed by all the different tech, what to use to create the book. Do you need to launch it? How do you create it? What AI tools? Do you need to build a brand, website, how to do ads? And it's all too overwhelming. So if you're feeling stuck, you really want to be making money, or you're confused with all the millions of KDP advice out there, everyone trying to tell you what to do, or you're overwhelmed with how to actually create a book and what do you actually do to once you create a book to get it to sell, I think this is going to be helpful for you because what we want to do in today's video, I want to take you from stuck to the fastest way to making 1K a month. So I've been in KDP since 2018. I've scaled my account from zero to making $50,000 in a month. I've seen a lot of what works and what doesn't work. I've been helping KDP sellers since the end of 2025, so only about 6 months now, and a lot of them have reached $1,000 in a month. So I kind of know what works and what doesn't, and the market's forever changing. So if you feel like you're stuck, I'm going to show you the quickest way that I know to get you there. And if you're feeling confused, we want to get you to 1K a month in a simple straight line. So you just do what needs to be done in your spare time. We'll talk about that in a minute. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, we want to get you there in the easiest way possible with the least amount of tech. That means no building a brand, no email lists, no fancy ads, no taking weeks to create a book. Because to be honest, if you're below 1K a month, you don't need any of that. So let's talk about getting you from here to here. Because what most KDP sellers do is they start here, they go to publish a book, they change books, change niches, try out different things, they get pulled in different directions, they learn new information, and they're just going around in circles and then end up kind of back where they were, but worse off, because you might have spent money at that point, but you spent time. You might have spent 6 to 12 months here, maybe even like 2, 3 or 4 plus years, and it's end up doing crap that you don't need to do to get you to that 1K, and not having a dig at your books. Your books are probably really good, but what I want to show you is how to go from here to here. That's meant to be a straight line, in the straightest line possible. So in the next 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to walk you through a bit of a plan that's worked for me and a bunch of my clients, and I think if you give it a go, it'll work for you too. So there's 3 simple steps that we're going to talk about to get you to the 1K in a month, and then we're going to talk about doing those steps, what to do them with, what to do them without, and the result you get. Yeah, does that sound cool? Okay, so let's talk about the steps. If you want to go from 0 to 1K a month, the first thing you need is a book. You need book ideas. So I'm just going to write here, book ideas. And these are book ideas that have a high chance of selling and you're confident you can create the book. I call these winning book ideas. Yes, and we'll talk about prices in a second. The second step is a publishing. I'm going to put publishing system. And we want a publishing system that is as simple as possible. Something you can do consistently, something you can do in your spare time. Because if it gets too confusing, too complicated, it slows down momentum and you end up publishing less books or none at all. And the third step is we want books that sell. And we want books that sell fast and consistently. I'll just put consistently there. Nothing kills momentum faster than if you've published a book, spend a lot of time, and it doesn't sell. Okay, so these are the 3 steps. Let me just quickly recap. Trying to select another color here. Here we go. Right, so the 3 steps to get to your 1K a month is winning book ideas, books that have a high chance of selling and you're very confident that you can create. The second thing is a simple publishing system, nothing too complicated, something you can do in your spare time and stay consistent with. And the last thing is books that sell fast, ideally in days, and sell consistently, like all year round. So, okay, so let's talk a bit more about these. If we talk about the winning book idea first, what we want to do that with, we want to do that with a customer that's actively buying books, and they're buying books at $12 plus. So we want to do it with this customer, and then we only make books for this one customer, and we want to make sure our books are good enough to get an impulse buy, but no more. That's very important. If you want to talk more about that, we can. And then we want to do that without low priced books, book styles like color books, notebooks, stuff that there's high competition and low price. And we don't want to do it without niche jumping, because that would be like starting over every single time we create a book. And the result is, if you can get 6 to 7 sales a day, that's $1,000 a month. And if we just be a bit more realistic and say 12 to 14 sales a day to account for ads, that's $1,000 a month profit, which is very doable on KDP. Now, if we look at step 2, what we want to do this with, we want to do easy to create books using AI, and they're high profit, and we want to do that without AI slop and or doing books that take too long to create. You know, books that take weeks, even months to do. Ideally, we want to do in days, even hours. And what we end up then with, the result is a simple, repeatable system that you can repeat in your spare time, which is great if you've got a job, if you've got kids like some of my clients have, and they're creating passive income, and we want it not to feel like hard work. Okay, so a quick recap. We want winning book ideas that sell to customers at $12 plus per book, and then we only need 6 to 7 sales a day to make $1,000 a month, and around 12 to 14 to make $1,000 profit a month. Now, if you're thinking, can I sell books at $12 plus? Maybe you think you can't achieve that price. I've got clients that are selling books at $14. One of them selling at $17. One's actually selling at $24.99. There's ways of selling books for a high price. You just need to know where to look, and it's actually very, very simple. Okay, so we've got our book selling at $12. We've got a simple way of creating those books to publish them. Then we want to get books that sell fast and consistently with good titles and good covers. And we want to do that without any complex stuff, any confusion, anything too complicated, and without spending loads of money. So like spending money on ghostwriters, freelancers, designers, expensive software. We want to do it without that, which is kind of good actually, because if you're below $1,000 a month, you don't want to spend too much. And there's ways to create books where you don't need to spend a lot of money, and that make you $1,000 consistently. And also with good ads. Now you don't need to spend a heap of money on ads. You just spend a little bit just to test the book to see if it's going to be profitable. I was talking to my one of my clients today. She's focusing on good titles, good covers, and simple ads, and she's selling books around $13 to $14 each, and she's made $1K a month after just like 1 month of being in my program. And she's done it with a very simple, repeatable system, creating easy books with AI. She's got a full-time job, so she's done it with her spare time, in her spare time. And if she can do it in a month, being very, very busy and a mom, that explains why most of my clients make sales immediately. Okay, so the goal here is to get you 6 to 7 sales a day, or up to 14 sales a day, which is very doable on KDP, and to create a simple, repeatable system so you can publish books often, and that will create a library of all these books, each with a potential of making you $1,000. And you can imagine if you've got a library like that, the chances of making you 1K in a month are very, very high. Okay, so if you've had enough of this and you want more of this with just 3 simple steps, that's the plan to do it. And if you want a little bit of help with this, download my free worksheet below, and there's a bit about my program on the next page. Okay. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope that was helpful. Please don't stay below $1,000 a month when you're just like a few simple strategies and a few weeks away from actually making $1,000 a month easily. Yeah, I've been in KDP since 2018, and let me tell you, 1K a month is very, very easily when you know how. I've done it with 1 book in 1 day. There's a lot of money on KDP. So give it a shot. Try it for the next month or so, and you'll get that 1K easily. See you soon.